in the United Soccer League.
A lot of passion here by the fans, and we'll say because it is the full house and at the season opener, with the security, there's still people waiting in line. So it's already, a lot of the Rockets supporters are getting us prepared for tonight, but it will be filing in still as we go. Rowdy's looking like they'll kick off, going from right to left on your screen. That's a little bit more on the west, on the southwest, make that the northwest, kind of heading towards the southeast. Ted Uncle looks at his watch. Georgie Ristoff stands over the ball, plays it to Joe Cole in the 2017 USL season underway here in Tampa.
I'll look for the Rowdies to try to impress upon Orlando City B right away. They have more experience out there. They have some fast players on the younger side. There you see Akira Fitzgerald getting the start and goal because of Matt Pickens with that neck injury getting his first touch on the ball. These are all really close to must-win situations for Stuart Campbell early in this USL season, with a lot of their games at home early on in this first month of play.
Will be the pressure as Earl Edwards has the ball, getting the start in net for Orlando. Good look at Edwards as that ball headed back to him. Now drops it down at his feet. He'll send it up towards midfield. Long. Neil Collins will challenge for the header, but it's won first by Michael Cox. But Bowden is the guy who gets it for the Rowdies. Joe Cole trying to run onto it, does not get there. The second ball played over, and Cole will have it at his feet. Plays it towards Marcel Schaefer, who was able to send it across, and it's cleared out. It'll be a corner kick for the Rowdies. Schaefer, another one of those newcomers for the Rowdies. Yeah, Schaefer with the most appearances ever in Wolfsburg history, coming over from that club. His agent just gave him a call and said, is there anything here, as he wanted to make the move to North America. Michael Nanchoff will take the corner. Bent down towards the ground. Now play back out to Nanchoff, off for Bowden. Nanchoff will cut it back. Bowden takes it, and Nanchoff will be called for the foul behind the play. Well, for viewers in Tampa Bay, the Rowdies celebrate the start of a new season. In Tampa Bay's top comedy, The Big Bang Theory celebrates a 2-year renewal. That means more of Sheldon and the gang every night at 7 and 7:30 on MOR. Just can't get enough. You know who sings the theme song for that show, Mike? Actually, that is a nice trivia question for me, because I did know that at one point, but I do not. I'm going to guess it's a Canadian band. Yeah, you're halfway there. It is. It's the Bare Naked Ladies. Great Canadian band. That show, incredibly popular, and a great run of syndication, and MOR loves bringing it to the folks here in Tampa. And the Tampa Bay area, that is. Which includes St. Pete, which is where we are, as Damian Lowe pushed from behind. Yeah, Damian Lowe with a great preseason, Mike. When you talk about players trying to break into this 11, Tam Makandawiri, you know, not sure if he's entirely fit to get back into it, so great to have a player like Lowe, and watch for him on set pieces to get up and get in. He's a big player. He can also play at the striker position and get his head up on the ball, so he's good with the ball at his feet, good in the air as well. Sent towards Georgie Ristoff. Will he be able to keep it in? No, he'll make a tackle on the ball, and down and over the line. It will be a goal kick. Well, Georgie Ristoff playing as that lone striker. Joe Coleman behind him. Leo Fernandez playing on that left-hand side. An interesting move tonight. He's comfortable out there. But the other one is Michael Nanchoff, who used to play on that left-hand side, Mike. He's over to the right. And when we asked Stuart Campbell about that, he had said, you know, he's very familiar with that position. Although he played on the left here with the Rowdies when he was with the Portland Timbers in Major League Soccer. That's where he played the majority of his time, on that left-hand side. We talk about that left-hand side, and that seems to be where the bulk of the new Rowdies are. Obviously, you mentioned Fitzgerald, but you Leo Fernandez, Luke Bowden, and Marcel Schaefer. You throw in Damian Lowe, who that ball rolls underneath. He'll recover to get it back to Fitzgerald, who now will play it to Neil Collins. But that left side is completely revamped, at least here for the opener. Orlando City, B squad here in the USL, made the playoffs last year. Now they'll have the ball, they'll try to go forward. And whistled behind the play is no advantage.
Well, Ted Uncle did play the advantage originally, and the ball did get to an Orlando City B player. It was a poor pass, so I don't know why he allowed that to stop and come back, and that's exactly what's being questioned right now by Marcel Schaefer. Is you allowed the play to go on, and they did get the ball on the first bit of possession, and then they made a bad pass. So that play should have just continued, in my opinion there, Mike.
Well, that's another bad pass, looking for Kevin Alston, who was coming from his right back position.
Now there's Luke Bowden, very familiar with the Orlando City players and playing with that team for many years before coming over this year, and will play a big role at the left back position, I think, for the Rowdies this year.
Forwards that the Rowdies signed unavailable tonight to Shorn Brown, recovering from a hamstring. As right now Fernandez will pull it back, and on the near post run it will go off of, it's like Georgie Ristoff, and it'll be a goal kick.
Best opportunity for the game by the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and some good moving of the ball out wide. It got out to Leo Fernandez, and Leo Fernandez able to drive a ball here. Actually,
Bowden there,
it was Bowden on coming up from that left-hand side. It was Fernandez that passed the ball to him, and Bowden getting up top there and sending the ball into the box, and Georgie very close to being able to get a leg on that one to try to put it past Earl Edwards.
Lingard will drop it. Nanchoff with space, turns, keeps possession, finds the wide man King. Joe Cole now on it. Cole looking for Schaefer, but it's read by Michael Cox, who takes that away and allows Orlando City to look forward. That rolls under the foot, but no pressure, so able to recover is Connor Donovan. It's into their captain Neal, looking long. Be over the head of Bowden towards the corner. Bowden able to run Michael Cox off the ball and get the throw in for the Rowdies.
Now Michael Cox with a lot of experience of playing in a few different areas. Played with FC Edmonton for 3 years with over 50 appearances there, and at the collegiate level he had a massive amount of success in Canada, playing for the York University Lions just north of downtown Toronto, helping them win their 5th national championship. He scored 4 goals in the tournament and was named the MVP.
Well, Marcel Schaefer tees it up from about 30, goes off the gut of one of the Orlando City players. I think it may have been off the gut of Lewis Neal. It'll be a corner kick, a U.S. Ameribank corner kick for the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
And we still have a member of the OCB down. I believe that might be Paul Close.
I think that shot went off of him.
Yeah, that was a close range for that one, so he's shaken up a little bit there, just at the top of the box, and we'll see what the Rowdies can do with this corner kick opportunity.
Well, it is the second U.S. Ameribank corner kick for the Rowdies, as Michael Nanchoff sends that in. Off the head, back post, and on the deflection, the Rowdies can't put it in. It'll be a goal kick. Georgie Ristoff on the back post. Missed the near post on it.
Yeah, Neil Collins was in there too at the top of the 6. It flies over him, and I think that might have been Luke Bowden in on that one. Here's another body that the Rowdies can put forward, and he got a little bit of that one, but not able to direct it towards goal.
Collins wins that header, but Michael Cox is able to get the rebound. He'll turn. He'll tee one up. Does it go off of the green and yellow? No, it doesn't. It will be a goal kick. Akira Fitzgerald.
Well, Akira Fitzgerald's had a lot of minutes. It's a good thing about having to go into this first regular season game after Matt Pickens went down. Akira Fitzgerald played pretty much every minute of preseason soccer for the Rowdies, and unfortunately last game against FC Miami on the bad end of that, but the Rowdies just unlucky controlling a lot of that game, not being able to put one in. But sometimes that really helps, you know what, in getting touches and getting that feel for playing with a new team.
Right, it's the 69th minute against Montreal in the Suncoast Invitational. The Rowdies won that one, but Akira Fitzgerald played the remaining 3 games. Had to come in that one too. Played towards the corner. Orlando City able to keep it in as Deacon, but he was running too far, and Neil Collins let him hold it. So possession goes to the Rowdies, but they'll turn it over in the Orlando City half. Towards the corner, PC. Pierre De Silva working on that side. Now Neal looks to switch it across to the chest of Alston. Donovan. And again, it's Louis Neal. De Silva.
Well, you can see, Mike, how this game has slowed down just a little bit from that initial intensity, and that's something that the Rowdies have to be aware of, not fall into this sense of just sitting back now and falling into that trap. This is exactly what Orlando City B want to happen in this game, to slow it down and to be able to just keep this pace and then possibly either have a long ball over the top or get a turnover and get going on the counterattack and catch the Rowdies on surprise. So the Rowdies really, in the first 20 minutes of their first game here of the regular season in the United Soccer League, need to keep pushing, need to keep pressing, and need to keep on the front foot.
Challenged by Lowe, sent forward. Donovan heads it back to his goalie. Well, for viewers in Tampa Bay, you can watch the Rowdies at home on this TV, Tampa Bay, all season long. Next Saturday, the Rowdies take on Toronto FC live from Al Lang Stadium. Pre-game coverage starts at 7, only on this TV, Tampa Bay, digital channel 32.2, Spectrum 630, Frontier Fios channel 463, and Comcast 229. It's played towards the corner, and Lowe has to run across, beats De Silva to it. And Michael Nanchoff is taken down. And while Nanchoff's on the ground, check in again with Heather on the sideline.
Mike, there's a rivalry between these two teams, and it starts with the fan bases, because obviously the players, most of them have not played in an I-4 derby. Most of them have not.
Ball loose in the area. Now down at the feet. They're going to drop it back. And that ball teed up by Vingard, and it's blocked by Orlando City. Loose ball out to the Rowdies. Boat in for Schaefer. Schaefer looking far post. Teed up by Cole, and he misses on the volley. Orlando City brings it out the back now. Over the top, and Lowe wins the header. Turned over, Rowdies have a chance. Joe Cole on the knee, looking in towards the area. Fernandez almost forced Orlando City a turnover. Now the ball's still free in the area. Dropping back. Vingard again, playing it wide. Here's Bowden. Bowden, and cleared away by Orlando City. Darnell King over the back of an Orlando City player. Be a free kick for Orlando City.
Well, this build-up now, Mike, has been outstanding by the Rowdies. I think this is where the experience and playing together for a little bit longer, it is starting to show. Orlando City B making some sloppy mistakes defensively, unable to clear the ball and really disorganized. Not great communication, and it's starting to open up quite a bit for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. You see Darnell King, the right call there by Ted Uncle as he comes in from behind on Richie Lorea. And no problem with the call there, but the build-up is really starting to go in the favor of the Rowdies, as the back line really isn't doing a great job right now for Orlando City B.
Deacon has to go back to his defensive side. For Alston. the field. Collins reads that, looking for Cox. Neil Collins on a run up to midfield. Doesn't have a lot of help in front of him. He'll drop it short. Now King is getting the ball from Cole. On the overlap, it is King. Ian Nanchoff. They'll go back towards Leo Fernandez. Brings it down, whips it across, and Edwards is there to cover it up inside his goal box.
Oh, good play there by Neil Collins. That's where it all started on the pickoff, but then I think it surprised a lot of Rowdies players because he was almost the furthest man on the pitch.
Well, turned over again here. Schaefer is pushed down from behind. And it's still play on. No, it'll be a free kick, maybe on the second one. Schaefer was pushed first, and as he went in, the play on, but then the next Rowdy in was taken down.
Yeah, and I thought that was really close, Mike, to being in the box, and I'm surprised he didn't point. It's a tough from our vantage point in the broadcast booth on the angle, but it certainly was close to being at that 8-yard, and Ted Uncle calling that just outside. So another really good scoring opportunity here in the 32nd minute of play.
Well, this one's 19 yards out. A little bit of an angle. Cole is over it, and Nanchoff is over it. Right and left foot. Schaefer straight on. Wouldn't surprise me to see Michael Nanchoff. And a 4-man wall set up right now for Orlando City.
Joe Cole's had some great strikes from just outside the box last season. We've seen him before.
And it is Cole going far post and just misses as it didn't curl enough.
Well, he had the wall beat, he had the keeper beat, and it just didn't come back around enough to be able to get inside that far post. Have a look at it. He sees the hole, and that just misses that back post.
Another turnover by Orlando City. They've really gotten sloppy in the last 5 minutes, but they do get the ball back now. Larea. Back to PC. Drops short. That one goes off one of the Orlando City players. He's down. Maybe off the stomach. So he got the wind knocked out of him. They're going to hold up play. So that one goes off of PC.
Yeah, it looked like it just got him in the side, I guess, there, and knocked the wind out of him as you see PC putting his arms up and just knocked the wind out of him.
They just caught him right, just right.
Oh, it gives a chance for Mike Stewart Campbell to be able to get some words of advice out to his players here. They have been doing a better job now of closing down the defenders of Orlando City B, causing some turnovers and getting some opportunities forward.
Fitzgerald. Here's Bowden. Has it taken off him by Larea. He shoulders Larea back. Bowden will continue towards the corner. A little extra activity there.
Yeah, the crowd reacting to Larea, taking a swing basically at Luke Bowden after he thought he was fouled on that first takeaway. But I just thought that was a good 50-50 challenge by Bowden. And surprised the referee said play on, but he just let it go altogether.
Towards the corner, Bowden on the overlapping run, the tackle. That's loose Neal. Go out and throw it for the Rowdies.
Now watch this. He loses the ball, then Bowden just bodies into Larea, and it's that swipe after the fact. You see Luke Bowden pause as the referee just waved it off and play on, but I would wonder if Bowden went down, if it would have been a different situation from the official.
Clean up from Michael Cox. Tackled away, and it'll be on. I guess, I don't know, it looked like Nanshaw came in clean. Was he going to do one of the cleats up by one of the players? It'll be the Orlando City player, and I believe that's Lewis Neal. It was Neal who got the card.
Well, that's the captain, Lewis Neal. That's a good challenge there, and it's the after the fact on Neal coming through Nanshaw right here as he just completely mistimes that as Nanshaw wins the ball. That's a very dangerous tackle by Lewis Neal, the man from Leicester City, England.
Drop back for Nanshaw, who's up, sent towards the corner. Bowden can't get there, be a goal kick. And again, for the viewers in Tampa Bay, you're watching Rowdy Soccer on This TV Tampa Bay. After the action on the field, check out all the movie action on Tampa Bay's first broadcast movie channel. April features Clint Eastwood and Kurt Russell in a couple of action-packed movie marathons. It'll be foolish to miss it. This TV Tampa Bay. Log on to mor-tv.com. In the 37th minute, still scoreless. In the last 10 minutes, it really has turned. The Rowdies have had a few chances on careless giveaways by Orlando City, much like that one. But they haven't been able to score yet. Now it's pushed out towards Darnell King. And really haven't been incredibly dangerous since maybe one or two chances. Well, deflect off of Orlando City and headed away. Loose ball again, though, for the Rowdies. Nanshaw has help wide, but he'll go back to, I believe that is Cole, or that was Vingard. Vingard now wide out towards Collins.
Good job there by Bowden. He's such a big player on the ball. He's got some good feet there, and he was able to fight off the defender to keep possession. But right now, it's Orlando City B just keeping the Rowdies outside, doing a good job of forcing them to go around and keep the ball wide, not getting into the inside for an opportunity on goal. And it ends up being a goal kick in the end, but the pressure has been all Tampa Bay after the first 5-6 minutes of this game, when it really was end-to-end. As we take a look at those stats, and that's how it's gone so far. 8 opportunities, a 1 on goal from each team.
I think Leo Fernandez actually whistled for a foul, which when you saw him pull him down. It is Al Lang Stadium. Into the 39th minute. Rowdies and Orlando City square at 0. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey, Heather Donnelly on the sideline, and it's Joe Cole running in behind the defense. He's able to get onto it, into the area. Cut back across. Georgi Hristov shot, saved by Edwards. Hristov tried to go around him. Edwards, great recovery, and able to stuff out the shot.
Wow, we've said this so many times, Mike. It's almost like last year, deja vu all over again. So many opportunities, and just that one last move, that one bit unable to finish. Georgi Hristov trying to make that one extra play and unable to get it around Earl Edwards.
Well, Orlando City able to earn a throw at midfield. Here's that opportunity, Lee, as you saw Cole get in.
Yeah, Joe Cole doing a great job. Puts it across, Hristov onside, and it's right there. Yeah, Edwards just doing a great job, Mike, of tracking that ball and being able to stay with Georgi Hristov, make himself big, and come up with the ball.
So important for goalkeepers to hold their feet until you have to go down. Edwards, clinical in that save. Bowden looking long. Headed away. Rowdies will have to throw. Back to Collins.
Yeah, that one from Damian Lowe a little bit too far once again. But Orlando City B having trouble getting this ball over their own half right now towards the end of this first 45 minutes of play. It's been all Rowdies the last half hour or so. The Rowdies just unable to get one past Earl Edwards so far, making two big saves in this first half, one on Schaefer and one on Georgie Ristoff.
An Orlando City throw. Schaefer is taken down, and that's right there. That could be a second yellow, perhaps. I think Ted Uncle was going to the pocket on Neal, but then he saw that he's already got one, so I think he decided that's the last warning.
That's very generous, isn't it, Mike? I think at this point in the game, if it's a yellow warranted to be a yellow card, it should be a yellow card.
Well, Darnell King, PC, was able to come across defensively. Good defensive play by the Brazilian. Collins, Lowe worked together to get the ball off of Cox. Yeah, it looked like Ted Uncle had made a decision to do it, and then saw I just parted 24 about 8 minutes ago, and opted not to pull it. And this opportunity, though, for the Rowdies. Dropped back, Ristoff again. On the right foot, Georgie Ristoff over the top. Nanchov, great steal, found him, but Georgie can't find the target.
Yeah, and you can see by the look in his eyes, he's furious with himself. As we see Nanchov with a little pushover, and Georgie switches it back to his right foot, and he just got underneath that ball. And from that position, you want to be able to get that one on target and make Earl Edwards do something. Instead, he skies it a few feet over the crossbar.
Joe Cole going to need some medical attention right now. Cole is on the ground, sitting down. But Ted Uncle walked up to him.
Well, the good news is it looks like it's something in his hand. He might...
Let's check in with Heather Donnelly. Oh, it might be a contact. What? Did I steal your thunder there, Heather? Heather, by chance, did you see what's wrong with Joe Cole? Is it a contact?
You got me now, Mike?
Yeah, we do.
Good. Yeah, Joe Cole motioned to his eye when he called head athletic trainer Andrew Keene onto the field, and it looks like he had an issue with his contact lens.
Okay. Yeah, a good camera work by our crew here that you could see him getting it put back on his finger and getting that back into his eye. So that's the good news part of it for the Rowdies fans, that Joe Cole isn't injured. He'll have to go out of the pitch until he's weighed back on. It's one issue I'm having this year too now, Mike, going back to contact lenses and getting used to those. Sometimes you even forget they're in there.
I do know the feeling. Long time. LASIK 18 years ago, but they say it doesn't last, and they're not lying. Orlando City take possession after the goal kick off the Ristoff miss. Now played towards the corner. That one's well over the head of Michael Cox, so it will roll back to Kira Fitzgerald.
Now, Mike, a couple of rule changes in the United Soccer League this year as getting bumped up to Div 2, and of course they go to the FIFA sanctioned 3 substitutions in a match. There were previously 5 subs because of scheduling and teams playing back-to-back games, but now there are 3 subs per game, and as well there is a good behavior incentive to players that are booked. So, for example, if you've had 4 yellow cards in 4 consecutive games, but then you go 5 games without a booking, one of those gets rescinded. You can't go into the negative column, but there is stuff for good behavior now in the United Soccer League. And this goes out for a corner.
Leo Fernandez tries to tee it up for about 25, and it will go out for a U.S. Ameribank corner kick for the Rowdies. And it'll be Michael Nanchov who trots the 60 yards or so across the field. Out swinger. All of the U.S. Ameribank corner kicks have been from the near side tonight. This one no different. Found looking over the head, off to the chest. Now teed up by Cole. Rolling towards the corner. It will now be a U.S. Ameribank corner kick on the far side.
A good opportunity there as the ball fell down to Martin Vingard. And he took a couple of touches and tried to just... Or if a goal goes in and it plays on, then they'll go back and add that time on.
Well, there is 2 minutes of stoppage time, and Schaefer came away with the steal. Rowdies look to maybe put one on the board before the half. It's going to roll underneath the foot of Vingard, but King back towards the back post, and as that one goes over the line, it'll be a goal kick. Ted Uncle raises his hand in the air, and it will be the end of the first half. A scoreless first half, but plenty of opportunities, particularly the last 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Heather Donnelly is right now on the sideline with one of the coaches. I believe it's with Anthony Poulos.
Yeah, Mike. Coach, first 45 minutes of soccer of the season in the books. What do you think of your team's performance?
It's a little bit frantic to start with, like we knew it would be, first game of the season.
Half is that they'll have to make some changes, and he's putting the faith in the same 11 that he has on the pitch right now to make some adjustments. And I just think it's more about more communication at that back and not giving away the ball.
Well, they give it away again, though. Now Leo Fernandez will give it back up, though. He's down a little bit, but no foul by, says Ted Uncle. And that will go off a boat and it'll be a throw-in.
Because we've seen the scenario a lot last year for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, them controlling so much of play, and then it only takes a one counterattack for a team to come down and nick a goal, and that just deflates a team so much because they're working so hard, and it takes a very professional outfit to be able to continue after going down a goal. So the Rowdies definitely do not want that to happen tonight at Al Lang Stadium.
Yeah, such a difference it can make when a team who is controlling the game, as the Rowdies did the last 15-20 minutes of the first half. If they take a goal, desperation, it may just open up the gates. But should Orlando City come down and maybe some sort of counterattack, you talked about it there, Lee, it's desperation, and sometimes it just agonizes everything else throughout the rest of that game. Well, it'll be a throw-in for the Rowdies right in front of their own bench. There's a good look at Joe Cole wearing the captain's armband for the Rowdies tonight. Contact issues earlier. Actually, I guess it will be a free kick. Didn't hear the whistle blow, but it'll be a kick right in front of the Rowdies bench. Cole looking for help. Doesn't have a lot in front of him. Ted Uncle saying, play on, let's do it. Now they're going to send Damian Lowe up towards the back post. Cole will step it off. Sends it towards the 18, into the box. Georgie flips it on. And PC and Damian Lowe collided heads. Damian Lowe saying he got elbowed, and PC is holding his face. I saw Ristov go up, and then we saw both players hit the ground, Lee. I didn't see much in that point, and it appears that PC might have some of that. He's looking and says he has blood. I don't see any blood on the hand.
Oh, it's tough here, and Damian Lowe's going in to have some more words for PC, just to say, I didn't do anything, and why are you down right now? So both players saying it wasn't me. And Uncle just doing a good job, I think, at that point. And the side judge did not see anything either. Damian Lowe was trying to go over and say, did you not see what happened there? So in the end, they'll take it as a 50-50 challenge, and the game goes on.
As it was, it had rolled back to Edwards anyway, so no change in possession for any reason. Georgie's pass back from Marcel Schaefer is a bit too far. Turn is Larea. Larea has a chance. He's taken down in a free kick for Orlando City.
Larea doing a good job there and picking up the ball on a turnover there from the Rowdies and making his way towards the top of that 18, and a bit of a lazy foul there by the Rowdies, just pulling back and taking him down. It was getting into a little bit of a dangerous position there, but this is really probably the best opportunity that Orlando City Bees had in this game in the first couple of minutes of the second half.
Pierre De Silva will run over the ball, sent towards the back post, and Fitzgerald has to punch it clear. But now it's sent back in, and it's free, top of the area. But the Rowdies seem to have possession, but it's a lot of traffic. Ball played, and it is Orlando City, and it is Kevin Alston who just sends it up towards the corner. Lowe is there with Larea, and his Lowe keeps it up towards Nanchoff. Redding wins the header. Now he's challenged again with Fernandez and able to come away with it for the purple-clad Orlando City. Off Darnell King. Throw in. OCB.
PC looking to throw this ball back into play. No one coming forward. Finally, they are able to get this one back into play. And so far, Orlando City have reacted well to whatever Pula said in the locker room in between the first and the second half.
5 minutes into the second half, and the majority of play early on has been in the far end of the field. PC throws it in to De Silva. He'll get it back. PC cuts inside. That's Neal. Neal does have the only caution of the first half, and maybe a little lucky not to receive a second one. Can't imagine he'd be able to get away with a odd-looking foul here in the second half after Ted Uncle had word with him as that ball rolls back to Fitzgerald. Long ball looking for Ristov. Comes down to Nanchoff, who uses King. King with some space with his speed. De Silva has those young legs, able to at least on the angle slow him down. And it goes back to Lowe. Here's Ristov. A little pressure, sent all the way back to Edwards. Looking long, up towards.
And a penalty kick now to the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
It'll be Georgie Ristov. PC, though played with the Rowdies last year, just kind of rubbed Georgie's face. Georgie didn't even pay attention to him. He's standing at the 18. Edwards a little fortunate maybe not to get a card. Hard to see on that second one. Fernandez, what a move to get into the box. Here's Ristov. Georgie Ristov, shot, goal! And the Rowdies have taken the 1-0 lead, and they've opened the door.
Well, the build-up, Mike, from the Rowdies was coming. We saw it in the first half. And it's that hard work and determination to earn that penalty kick. And there you see Georgie Ristov, a little bit cheeky there, Mike, going pretty much right down the middle, hoping that Edwards was going to go in one direction.
They continue to play on, and Fitzgerald has it. Rowdy's able to get possession.
See there, Georgie Ristov looking for a call. He's not going to get it. That's where he has to be careful on long kicks like that from the keeper, that he doesn't get the elbow up, and you never know. It could be as easy as seeing a second yellow. The Rowdies down to 10 men. That's the last thing that they would want after going up in this match. But Orlando City B doing a good job here now, taking back a little bit of that pressure that the Rowdies were applying, going all the way back into the first 45 minutes of play.
They really have. This is their best bet of possession here probably throughout the game, but they really haven't been able to go forward. The Rowdies force them to go back into their own half again. Here is Neal. Looking over the top for Larea. It's at his feet. Lowe will run him off the ball, and the Rowdies and Marcel Schaefer will look to counter. In towards Leo Fernandez, who is offside. Leo Fernandez whistled for offside, and it will be a substitution for Orlando City as Zach Carroll will make his way on for Kevin Alston.
Well, Zach Carroll, one of those off-season additions to Orlando City B, coming over from New York Red Bulls 2, where he made 20 appearances in their championship season with the United Soccer League. So this is one of those veteran presences that they're picking up there. I say veteran, he's only 23 years old, but he has a lot of experience coming through CONCACAF, playing for the United States under-17 team as center back at the U17 World Cup in Mexico, as well as the CONCACAF tournament in Jamaica, where he won gold. So he brings a lot of national team youth experience to this team, and of course he's probably one of those prospects that Orlando City is looking to, at one point in time, make a jump up to Major League Soccer.
Well, as you pointed out, as center back, so the formation for Orlando City slightly changes. They move. It appears to be maybe Redding, but now it's a good chance into the box, and Fitzgerald has it. Pierre Da Silva tried to lay it off, and Orlando City with a good bout of pressure, but if Fitzgerald able to control his box with the Rowdies, will turn it over again.
Now that was the biggest test so far of this game for Akira Fitzgerald, and a very good job there being able to come out and collect that one, because they had the defense of the Rowdies absolutely caught there, and very fortunate that this one is not tied 1-1.
To complete the thought, as we mentioned, Redding, who had gone from a center back, is now the right back. Donovan Carroll will man the center of the field for Orlando City. PC. Close. Make that O'Neal. Who gives it to Close. Donovan. PC again. King. Low. And if anything on that turnover there is Close, can't come up with it. It's set wide by Schaefer to Georgie Ristoff. Ristoff back to Fernandez, and Schaefer will get it out wide to Bowden. Not a lot of help, a lot of purple shirts behind will force the Rowdies to go back into their own half. They'll maintain possession.
Bowden wanted that one a lot earlier, Mike. He had his hands up. He saw the way that one was going and tried to get into that play on that left-hand side, and no one saw him. By the time he did, it was too late. And another poor giveaway by the Rowdies here.
Yeah, Lowe's pass across the field went to the feet of Deacon. Now a chance here is Redding will be running up the side. Redding into the box, and that one's going to be easily corralled by Fitzgerald, who drops it short for Vingard. Towards the corner for Ristoff. That goes into the stands. And that was handled. Hernandez cuts inside. And the tackle, and Bowden not happy with the tackle. Thought maybe cleats up, but it will be a throw-in for the Rowdies. It was quite a move by Fernandez to help earn the penalty kick. Georgie Ristoff is the difference right now, converting it in the 58th minute.
Yeah, not just the move on the keeper, Mike, but the move to break through the two defenders of Orlando City B and still have the ball with them.
Rowdy's looking for some sort of call there, but not given, and here is Dequa. Dequa up for Cox. Collins will use his goalkeeper Fitzgerald. A lot of pressure. Fitzgerald's got to get rid of it. Just does, as Michael Cox didn't stop his run. King is taken down by Da Silva. King letting him know he didn't appreciate it. Vingard looking wide. That ball is going to get intercepted by Redding. Up towards Dequa, and Collins. Let's get him in will be behind the play as Close was taken down at midfield. And when Collins got to the ball first, Ted Uncle deemed it to be no advantage. Short for PC. Orlando City with possession. Fernandez will dispossess him. It'll be a throw in for Orlando City. Orlando City cutting inside, looking to equalize this one, trailing by 1, 75th minute. Here's Cole.
Great job there. Rowdy's just playing that high line and allowing the defenders of Orlando City B to pass the ball around. That's just a poor pass, unfortunate there for the Rowdies. But great job in the secondary defense just to push up right behind on that pass, and they did try to get inside and turn that ball over.
Sent wide, Redding. He cannot connect with Dequa, and now it's back to Luke Bowden. Bowden running down the sideline, being chased by Dequa. Cole, possession kept by the Rowdies. Nanshoff standing all the way across. Let's see if they want to try and do that. It's a long ball to send there. They'll go the short way through low. Up to Vingard, Nanshoff. PC ran with him. Nanshoff, his play on here is De Silva with possession. Donovan, now back to Neal. Neal looking over the top. Fitzgerald gets it on the short hop.
And that's the one thing that they're going to be trying, is that long ball now over the top. The Rowdies doing a great job of clogging things in the middle.
Dropped in. Joe Cole has a chance. He's into the area. Sent back on the back post. Over the top. That looked like he was pulling it back, but he may have been going on net. It was a great save by Edwards.
Yeah, that was a very deceptive ball. Watch this one by Joe Cole. He looked like he was going to cross it, but then he did put it towards goal. And you see his face there. Yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing.
He wasn't even looking. What a deke, and that makes the Edwards save even that much better. It's a U.S. Ameribank corner kick on the great save by Edwards. Cole fooled me, and up here it looked like he was looking back post, but he was going on net the whole time. Headed away by De Silva. Schaefer will run on to it. On offside is Nanshoff. Didn't get back.
Well, that's that sort of veteran presence that Joe Cole brings, Mike.
For viewers in Tampa Bay, you're watching Rowdy Soccer on this TV Tampa Bay. After the action on the field, check out all the movie action on Tampa Bay's first broadcast movie channel. April features Clint Eastwood and Kurt Russell in a couple of action-packed movie marathons. It'll be foolish to miss it. This TV Tampa Bay. Log on to MOR-TV.com. finish that thought, Lee, you were talking about Joe Cole.
Well, you know, he used to have a lot of pace, played a lot as a forward at times, an attacking midfielder, and some people may have said he's lost a step or two. But what he hasn't lost, Mike, is mind and just that ability. He doesn't have to have a lot of speed there. It's what he was going to do with that ball, and you put it at his feet, and he's still great on set pieces, as we saw, just missing in the first half and just floating a ball in there. It was the look that he made to his left purse that I think that caught me as well, and Earl Edwards, that wasn't going to go towards goal. Caught him off his line, and he had to dive back just to tip that one up and over the bar.
As Cole again has it. Schaefer, he's going to swing it wide for King. To finish that thought, I mean, the look away would almost tip Edwards to maybe cheat off his line, and that's what Joe Cole was thinking. So maybe that much more impressed. I know I said it a couple times, but no inclination that Cole was going to go on goal, at least that we saw. Maybe Edwards saw something, but for him to be able to recover, it was outstanding. Here's Cole now turning. Inside, Cole may have been taken down behind the play. He was. Referee tried to give advantage, but Georgi Ristov not able to get it. Cole is hurt. Pound in the ground. See Cole on the turn. He got the foot stepped on, didn't he? That was close. And not by anything, it was Paul Close. Came in. Maybe he didn't get stepped on, but at least got twisted in. And
yeah, very fortunate, too, that there's not a card on that play. And that's probably what Joe Cole's looking up at right now, saying, are you kidding me? Because there wasn't even any intent to get the ball. And he came down hard on that left foot, left shin, or sorry, right side shin of Joe Cole, and that's not great when it's his dominant leg as far as kicking the ball. But Joe Cole's trying to walk this one off. He's over top of it, but I'd be surprised if he took this one.
Here's Nancha towards the back post. He's looking for Lowe. Damian Lowe collides heads. There's two players down, and both of them, it's Close who's down with Damian Lowe. Lowe is signaling he needs a lot of help, and Close hasn't taken his hands off his head yet. Both of them must have been a heck of a collision. You could see Close holding the top of his head and Lowe in a lot of discomfort. Base now. PC. Lowe involved. Collision now. This ball up high. Sent out for Zach Carroll. Low. Ian De Silva, and we'll go off of De Silva and be a Tampa Bay throw-in. Lang Stadium been a pretty electric night here. The home team with a 1-0 lead here as we hit the 84th minute. We have had a couple of injuries, so should be interesting to see that. It is at Lang Stadium here in downtown St. Petersburg.
Wow, it's a great advertisement and promotion for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Mike, who of course are one of the teams and cities looking to get Major League Soccer. And if you could imagine this stadium renovated and the I-4 Derby, how big that would be between Orlando City and the Rowdies. And that's the type of thing that you do want to build. It's not about the competition and being afraid that one city's too close to each other and you're going to be stealing off territorial rights and all that. This is what it's about. It's about the fans and how huge it is to be able to say we're getting on buses, whether you're going to St. Petersburg or whether you're going to Orlando, and say this is what makes a sport. It's the fans, it's the rivalries, and this would just be, I think, a perfect spot in a few years to be able to bring Major League Soccer to the St. Pete, Tampa Bay area. They had it originally back in the day under the old mutiny, but that was a different time, as they call it, MLS 1.0, a completely different scenario here in this city today.
Yeah, and with the mutiny, they lost because they didn't have local ownership. And the ownership group here, Bill Edwards, with the hashtag MLS2 St. Pete, Certainly outstanding ownership group involved in the community, and that's a big plus in the stadium in itself, its own stadium, and with the expansion plans. Very attractive bid for Major League Soccer.
And in the meantime, they find themselves in the United Soccer League. I think that's a great move for the club as well, with the East and West divisions and getting bumped up to Div 2 and the better rivalries, and with Toronto FC to New York Red Bulls to Orlando City to just the working relationship that this league has with Major League Soccer is certainly, I think, the progressive league here for Division 2 in North America.
Now chances. Cole goes in on the tackle. He's
great tackle.
And Cole has it into Ristov. Georgi Ristov into the box. Looking for help. It going. Net, and it's just wide. Goal kick for Orlando City. Cole taking a knee, saying he needs a sub. He needs attention or something.
There you see Georgi Ristov going for goal, the back post. Joe Cole just entering the screen. I'm not sure if he was ever open enough to be able to get across if Ristov decided to go across the face of the goal. But yeah, this injury might be a little bit too much now for Joe Cole to continue. Again, he's looking at his right ankle in the.
You got me, Mike? You guys got me up there?
And now,
all right,
the Rowdies back with it.
There, we've got Mike back now. But Joe Cole stayed on the pitch, Mike, and he seems to be still in it. I don't know if the substitution is going to happen right now.
Collins has to send it long. It did happen. Chavez, well, no, didn't Chavez come on? Or maybe he came on for someone else. So a little confusion up here, but certainly.
Joe Cole, it seemed that he got injured and ran right back onto the pitch, and I don't see Justin Chavez out on the pitch right now, Mike, so I think that Joe Cole's still out there and said he could continue.
Well, it'll be a corner kick for Orlando City. They got the ball played in, and the Rowdies had to head it over the bar. And it will be Austin Martz on the corner, as I see Chavez making his way to the bench, but right now all eyes focus on the corner kick. Martz is out there. De Silva's with them. Two Rowdies out there as well. Martz will send it in to the near post. It's free, and the Rowdies will come away with a loose ball. They get a counterattack opportunity. Cole is streaking. He's got all kind of space. It's a foot race. Joe Cole into the area, one-on-one. Plays it in, and Edwards comes up with a huge save. Edwards has kept his team in this one tonight.
What a play from Joe Cole. Talk about giving it your everything in this game. And now the board does go up for Joe Cole, but wouldn't that have been fantastic for the fans here to have him score a goal on his way out? But the substitution for Justin Chavez will be made now, but a fantastic opportunity on the run there.
And let's check in with Heather Donnelly on the sideline.
Hi, Mike. As Justin Chavez comes into the game here, they call him Mr. Versatility. He's just such a versatile player. He can play in the midfield. He can play on the back line. And it's great for the Rowdies to have a player that can be so flexible and jump into the game wherever it's needed. I've never seen him play striker, and I've never seen him play keeper, but who knows? Maybe he can do that as well.
And to be that point, Heather, I don't want to see him play keeper, but I would take my chance with him up top. Well, that ball was played into Daly. He says he didn't mean to, Dequa, but
yeah,
he was taking advantage of the opportunity.
They shook hands there. He was just trying to get the ball out in a hurry. He knows the time's running down in this game as we have played the 4 minutes, but because of this stuff, it might be upwards of another minute or two added on here in the second.
Fitzgerald will send it up, looking for Vingard. Chavez will have it at his feet. Orlando City will come away with the ball. Chavez off of him. Be a throw in. And that will be the final whistle. And the Tampa Bay Rowdies, on a penalty kick goal by Georgi Hristov, will win this one tonight 1-0. And let's, as you see a good look at Joe Cole right now, Stuart Campbell's with Heather Donnelly.